like usual, I told you I would come on here and do my reaction episode live stream. This isn't like a real episode, but just a reaction. We talk together, we hang out. Um I'm stunned. I'm sad. I'm shocked. I'm really all the emotions that you can feel. Um it sucks. And I the problem that I have is that if they just held on to if they just held onto the puck a little bit longer in that final frame, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there was a bunch of things that could have happened, but they had the lead. They had the lead. Um, yeah, a lot of somebody commented on one of my videos and said it looks like, you're about to cry. I'm not, I'm just very sleep deprived. It's late. Um, a lot of emotion, a lot of emotion. This isn't gonna be, um they were so close. They were so close. Seconds away. Bushi misses the empty net. I'm sorry. Usually I'm able to talk, you know. Yeah. 1.6 seconds. Yeah. 1.6 seconds. I think for me, um I'm trying to come up with the words to say. Um my reaction actually of the Jets tying the game is on my channel because I thought the Blues were going to win. Um I know I do this podcast, right? But I'm a fan first, and you know, I wear my super I'm very superstitious. I have my Lucky Blues hat that I wear every every playoff game. Like I'm very superstitious. Um but the season's done. Like they're eliminated. I wasn't expecting the Blues to win the cup, but with how the Blues played at home, I just thought that they would have been able to translate that, and they did for the most part. I don't know what happened. Usually my reaction videos are better, but the season's done. Now what? It's done. There's no more Blues hockey. The way that this ended, I think, is what hurts more than the fact that it ended. And I want to make that clear. It's not like I can't believe the Blues law. I'm so I'm really like trying to process this as we're doing this. Um, but this was a tendency that I saw from the Blues all season during the regular season. I'm sorry, I'm trying to compose my thoughts. During the regular season, um, the Blues gave up goals within the last minute 17 times. This is something that we've seen. Now, again, it how are they so bad when it's 6-on-5? Like, oh. And then in OT, the first OT, Robert Thomas had a couple opportunities and he didn't take the shot on goal. He passed instead. Bushi overshooting that empty net. Like there were so many things that went wrong. Um I can't process this. I'm sorry. It's just eh, this is just tough. This was one of the worst sports losses I've ever witnessed in my life. Um this is I just can't understand for the life of me how they allowed how they iced the puck so many times. I don't understand it. Like they made so many stupid mistakes in this game, and don't even get me started on Shen getting a penalty for delay a game in the first OT. That was stupid. The Jets had 5 defensemen. Like the Blues had advantage. In the first OT, I think they only had 4 shots on goal. Not a lot. They had a blackout Hellebuyck, and they didn't. How do you beat this team and dominate them when you're on home ice in Enterprise here in St. Louis, but crumble in Winnipeg? Like, Binnington, it was not his fault tonight. It was not. I don't like the Dallas Stars, but I hope they sweep the Jets. I do. Uh, I'm angry. I'm not happy for anybody. I'm sorry. I'm not happy for Winnipeg. I don't care about the Jets. Like, uh, I'm not gonna sit here and come up with reasons to be happy for another team that beat my team. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna sit on this podcast and say, "Oh, well, I'm happy for their fans." I don't care. Okay? Right now, I am not happy for anybody. Well, it was ironic because I said I wanted a Suter goal, and then the goal went off of Suter and went in the net for Winnipeg. Not what I meant. Um, I know a bunch of you are on here right now, probably like, why isn't Haley talking much? I am unable to process this. I always come on here after the games and I do a reaction. Um, and just because we lost, and I'm trying to comprehend that, doesn't mean that I'm not going to come on here. I really hope the Jets get swept in the next round. As much as I don't like Dallas, um, I just want them to get swept. I need to think about. So I tweet a lot, right? On Locked On Blues on Twitter, and I don't need people. By the way, uh, I'll be like, I was right. I thought Winnipeg was gonna win. Like, shut up. It's funny. Everyone's like, I thought she was gonna cry. Like, no. Well, here's the thing. I hate the Stars, and we all know how much I hate the Stars. Um, I just don't wanna see the Jets succeed, you know what I mean? Like, it has to be a team from the East now that has to win. Like, eventually, I knew the team was going to get, I knew eventually this team wasn't going to go all the way. I just didn't think it was gonna end like this. Um, yeah. Now it's time to root for Craig Berube. Um, I'm reading the comments. Yeah, like we're gonna have to honestly root for a team on the East because like the Blues are gonna be dangerous. Jordan Bennington did not choke. Hold on, I am seeing comments that are saying that Jordan Bennington choked. He did not choke. That is the one thing I'm gonna be very dominant and firm on is he did not choke. He did not choke. The defense in front of him was the issue. You cannot blame Jordan Bennington. He had a great game tonight, and I'm going to defend Benner for life. Like, I'm sorry, but no. Yeah. It was the defense, not Benner. No. I'm losing my mind too. Um, yeah, the team did stop attacking. Letty is an issue. Folk's an issue. Parika looked horrible. Yeah, we know. Yeah, bye, Letty. Like, honestly, I hate to be like this, but the best defensemen on the team are like Suter and Fowler. Uh, I'm sorry. Like, I am really trying to collect my thoughts. This has to be the most heartbreaking loss I've ever watched. I can't process this. I I'm just shocked. Like, this is what heartbreak feels like. Um, there was a lot of what ifs about this game, but 2019 champs for life. Please vent. Tell me how you feel. I just need a minute to like, compose it. This is the part of my job that is actually really difficult. It's not talking about wins and losses. It's how to navigate my own emotion as a fan, which makes it um what makes it challenging. It's navigating my heartbreak, my everything really. So, Robert Thomas, I don't know what he was doing tonight. Jordan Kyrou was invisible after his goal. Zach Bolduc, I forgot he was on the ice. Same as Jake Neighbors. Justin Folk, Nicoletti. The whole team just... They had 2 seconds left. They had 2 seconds left. It's not that they went to double OT, which is why I'm frustrated. It's how they got there. You know what I mean? It was having a 3-1 lead. It just... They had 2 seconds left to kill in regulation. They couldn't do that. So, yeah. That's all it was. Like, now the Blues are, like, posting, "We pushed the President's Trophy winners." Like, don't do that to me. I mean, like, I guess we have the Cardinals. Season's done. Sorry this has been so sad. I wasn't expecting to come on here. I thought this was gonna be a happy thing. Be like, "Woo, we did it." Um, no. This is gonna be quite a depressing off season, I'll be honest with you. Just to give you an overview, tomorrow's episode will be more reaction to what we saw in the series, in the game, things like that. Then we're gonna move on to the players, and because they're gonna have their exit interviews, so we'll talk a little bit about that. We'll talk about all the changes that need to be done. Yeah, letting 17 last minute goals in the regular season came back to haunt these guys in the most pivotal game, but whatever, because this is what the Blues do. I'm annoyed. I'm feeling all the emotions of grief right now. Sadness, denial, anger, confusion, all of it. Like, they had that 12, I mean, listen, we won the Winter Classic. So, I guess there's that. The main issue is, and I just want to make this known to anybody that just joined this live stream of my podcast, Locked On Blues, is I'm not upset that the Blues lost the series. I'm upset with how the Blues lost the series. When you have a 3-1 lead with a couple minutes remaining in the final frame, okay, the Jets score a goal. They have an extra skater on ice. They poured a Hellebuck. Okay. Um, then with 2 seconds left, under 2 seconds left, the Jets tie it. Yeah, that's why I'm upset. It's nothing to do with it's nothing to do with the fact that they lost the series. It's how they lost the series. You know what I mean? So that is why I think right now, um, that's why I'm upset. And I could be upset about Bushi missing the empty net. Like, there's a lot of reasons to be upset. Obviously, I'm sure when my emotions settle down, there's gonna be things that I'm gonna be proud of this team for, like getting in the playoffs as it is. Um, And I'm sure that in a week, couple weeks, whatever, I will come to that realization. But right now, and you have to understand, and I had a video, I even posted it, right? Because I'm sitting here, I'm recording myself, and I'm recording myself, right? And I'm counting down how many seconds are left in the final frame, and you just see the shock on my face. And that was a genuine reaction because I genuinely thought I was about to be celebrating. But this is something that the Blues did all season. 17 times this season. Think about that. 17 times last minute goals. And it's ironic. I remember the one game against the Predators. Was it the Predators? One of those games went to overtime in the regular season. The Blues ended up winning. Maybe it was in Nashville. I can't even think about it. But it was one of the teams in the Central, I believe. Um, it's unacceptable. It's so unacceptable. And I think what makes it even more frustrating is maybe it was the Canucks. Yeah. Yeah, it was the Canucks. Thank you for that. Um, I've never seen a team give up so many last minute goals. And if you think about 2 seconds and all the icings that they had, like it just was sloppy hockey. I mean, they played the full 7. They didn't lose at home. That doesn't make me feel any better right now, actually. It does not make me Adam Lowry, I don't care about you. The icings were brutal. And thanks to the Jets fan that commented and saying that he thought the Blues played awesome. I mean, yeah, up until the last couple of minutes of the final frame. Well, the third frame, not OT. Um, I'm excited about Jimmy Snuggerud and his growth and development. I'm just it just sucks. I know we have a lot of people watching. Um, I can't give you a positive outlook at the moment, and I'm sorry for that. I wish I could come on here and be positive, and it's very tough on the fans because we were not supposed to get into the playoffs, and a lot of us were kind of comparing it to 2019, and maybe I'm naive because in 2019 we won games 6 and 7 in the first round against the Jets. But just the way that they lost tonight, just it stings. On my own personal Twitter account, I said if anybody brings this up to me, I will block you. Like whatever, like I'm gonna block you if you bring it up to me because this is painful. And I know us Blues fans, we don't have the biggest fan base in the NHL, but we're a passionate fan base, and being a Blues fan is one of the things I take the most passion in, honestly, and this is my team that I'm a fan of, so we get a lot of hate. Bennington gets a lot of hate, everyone gets a lot of hate. But I guess you can say it is what it is. Um I want to block the Jets on Twitter because they keep on tweeting, and I'm like, I don't want to. Can we also get an update on Holloway? That's what I want. I want an update on Dylan Holloway. A lot of people are saying I haven't seen Haley this upset. Yeah, I'm obviously upset, this was one of the worst losses. I'm 26. This is one of the worst losses I've ever seen. .7 seconds. So, yeah. 1.7 seconds. That's gonna haunt me. Honestly, that that's gonna haunt me. .7 seconds. Okay, wow. This just sucks. Man, this sucks. I really don't even like the Stars, but I just want them to sweep the Jets because I that's how I feel about it anytime I lose to a team. I'm a Blues fan, but my job, that's why I live up here in Philadelphia because my job is to cover the Flyers, but I'm a Blues fan. That's why I do this podcast. I don't host another one of these hockey podcasts too. Just the Locked On Blues account, LOB. But you know what I don't get? Um, is is people coming onto my podcast right now commenting, trolling in some stuff. You don't need a troll. The Blues were a wild card 2 team. I know it was a awful, awful loss tonight, but they were not supposed to take the President Trophy winning team. Um, they were not supposed to take them to a game 7, period. So if you're coming on here as a Jets fan and you're trolling because you think for whatever reason this is funny, it's really not. Um, like your goalie got pulled 3 times in this series. Sore winners, honestly, very sore winners. That to me was just appalling. I'm like looking at the comments. And just so you all know, I do this podcast, like, this is how crazy I'm about the Blues. I do this podcast every single day, 5 days a week, so Monday through Friday. Off season, I don't take time off. Um, so yeah, and I was at the draft last year in Vegas, and I interviewed, Adam Yurachek. So I have a lot of cool inside draft access that I do on this channel as well. So even if you're not a Blues fan, and I know a bunch of people are on here right now, um, you can look forward to me kind of breaking down prospects. That's later on. So a lot of people from other teams tune in usually around draft time because then I break down, and I believe the lottery is tomorrow night. We're gonna get such an awful draft pick. A bunch of people commenting, fans of other teams. Thank you. Yeah, it's devastating. I can't say that. I'm really surprised. I really am. Not a lot of game sevens in this first round. Not a lot. But you know what? Now that I feel like I've just been like staring at my screen. You know what it is? I think if the Winnipeg's tying goal in the final frame, both of those goals, right, came like maybe the midway point of the third period, right? Like with 10 minutes left. I don't think I would have been as upset, but it's the fact that it all happened within a couple minutes. So I think that for me is why it's just really infuriating. Um, I'm gonna see if there's any more comments. I might have to go to bed soon. My cat's looking at me like, "Mom, are you okay?" No. Yeah, well, the thing is, I kind of figured the Blues wouldn't beat Dallas, but at the end of the day, it it just was the principle, right? Yeah, that shot over net by Bushi. Here's my cat, by the way. A couple people, I think, wanted to see. Um, she was in my reaction video when the Jets tied things. It's her birthday today, actually. She's 6. Um, anyways, when I film tomorrow, I won't be in my usual setup. Um, my Grammy just turned 89 today, so I'm gonna go down and spend some time with her. So you'll see me in a different area. But it's almost midnight where I live. I'm gonna reflect. I'm gonna take time to process. Um, uh, like everyone's texting me, "Are you okay? Are you okay? I'm sorry. I'm sorry." Like, no, I'm not okay. I'm gonna change my thing to just locked on blues. Um, probably the most heartbreak I've ever felt. Yeah. Oh, I spelled the wrong. Let's go see. Um, The Blues need to fix the defense. Yeah, well, we need Dylan Holloway back. I can't even, like, I'm gonna actually block everybody on my Twitter feed. I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna go my Locked On Blues account instead. Um, I'm gonna message Dylan. How are so many people so positive right now? I need ugh. I'm gonna go to bed. Thank you for hanging out with me. You don't have to be mean in my comment section to the Avs fan that's trying to be nice to us right now. Be nice. I hate the hockey gods. Oh, Dylan said something. Me too. That ending was heartbreaking. This time next year will be very different, I promise. All right. Well, it was fun while we lasted. Lucky hat. And that's a wrap. Okay. Can people not text me? Oh, it's JD. I like JD. Well, no, I do my podcast every day, so I keep saying I'm gonna end this stream, but I feel like once I like end this stream, I'm gonna begin like to really process it, and I don't want to do that. Don't forget about me. Okay, Jets fans are literally crazy. Commenting on my video. Go Jets, go. No, leave me alone. All right. I'm going to watch. It's not, I'm shocked because of the 1.7 seconds, not because they lost, by the way. I want to make that very clear. It's how they lost. Yeah. It's how they lost. It's not the fact that they lost. I don't know how many times I need to say that. I need to get to bed. 42 minutes venting on YouTube Live. Oh boy. Brutal. All right. Bye, guys. And like always, how I end every episode, let's go Blues.